One North Carolina Democrat is using a unique approach to connect with constituents and fellow members of Congress.
Are you trying to tell me that it's divisive on Capitol Hill?
Just a little bit.
Unlike others, House freshman Jeff Jackson is on a quest for common ground. I recently spoke with him about why he's steering clear of divisive rhetoric and gaining popularity across America.
I'm still brand new to Congress, and recently I got something totally wrong, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do differently going forward because of what I got wrong.
With this simple social media video, freshman North Carolina Congressman Jeff Jackson said something you just don't hear from many politicians. He looked into the camera and said he was wrong.
I knew this person by reputation, and it was not good. I had seen them on TV and Twitter, and it was clear this was not someone I was going to be able to work with. But it's important to be polite, so I put out my hand and said, "Hi, I'm Jeff Jackson. I'm the new guy from North Carolina." And then we talked for 20 minutes. This person is brilliant.
Jackson is talking about preconceived notions he had about a Republican member of Congress he had just met. While he doesn't say who he wronged, his refreshing honesty caught on, with more than 2 million views across multiple platforms.
I've been surprised, frankly, that I've gotten the reaction that I have by just looking in a camera and not trying to make people angry.
It's a running theme in Jackson's videos: open honesty and the willingness to admit when he's wrong or doesn't know something. The North Carolina Democrat is far from the first politician to get attention on social media, with many tending to be firebrands looking for engagement.
We know we're going to get no help from the Democrats.
I got to say, when Biden talks about foreign policy, I've never seen a president like this in my lifetime, where he screws it up every day. Like, he just says things. This is a guy you wouldn't let handle the remote control to your television set.
My existence make you mad? Does the fact that, yes, I am a mouthpiece for the people of New York's 14th Congressional District upset you? Well, I have help for you. Call 1-800-CRY now.
Jackson is looking for something else entirely: common ground.
The state of the common ground is more than you think, more than we let on, more than we want you to know, because so many people on both sides benefit from a discourse of conflict. Conflict is what gets us invited onto cable news. Conflict is what helps us to raise money. If we tell a story about, hey, there's this bill you didn't hear about, but I was able to work together with the other side, it serves none of the short-term incentives that exist here for a lot of people.
It's resonating.
This is probably the best piece of political media I have seen in a long time.
And I just got to say, for the first time in my entire life, I feel like I've met a politician that's honest.
Jeff's account is actually really fantastic.
Even with Republicans. With more than 300,000 followers on Instagram and more than 1 million on TikTok, Jackson says he's finding an audience from both sides of the aisle.
We've been underestimating the American people and their capacity for nuance and detail and substance.
Jackson credits his time in the Army, where he still serves in the National Guard, as the place he learned to work with anyone, no matter their creed or color. The Bibles in his Capitol office are gifts he received for serving in the state legislature. Another place he preached teamwork came much earlier.
My first public speaking experience in my entire life was through youth group during our Youth Sunday, when I got to lead the children's sermon. I told them, try to be like Jesus for a day. And he came up afterward, he goes, "Jeff, they're supposed to be like Jesus all the time." And I said, "I hear you on that. They're 5 years old. Let's shoot for one day. Let's see how that goes."
His social media success would make some full-time influencers jealous. But while you won't catch Jackson doing a viral dance craze, he hopes his straight talk can influence more people to get engaged with government.
I think it's important when it comes to rebuilding the loss of trust, because there's an enormous loss of trust for this institution and the people who serve here. You can't fix that by saying, no, you should trust me. You got to fix that by starting with transparency, which is as simple as saying, here's what I did today, here's what I'm going to do tomorrow. That's where trust starts.
Now here's the elephant in the room, TikTok. I asked Jackson about using the app because of the China connection, spying concerns, and it possibly being banned, and it is already banned on government devices. Jackson says all of those concerns are valid, but since it's one of the only ways to reach younger constituents, he keeps the app on a non-government phone, with TikTok being the only app. He agrees, though, there's a chance it could be banned. TikTok's CEO is set to appear in front of Congress on Thursday.